How's it going, everyone? Trey here. Welcome to another edition of Job Corps Rants, the series of Job Corps 411, where I basically rant about topics regarding the Job Corps and Job Corps life that I had some type of disagreement with, whether it be small or huge. Today's topic, I am ranting about field trips in Job Corps. Now, for those of you who may not know, in Job Corps every weekend they offer field trips to students, whether that be to the store or for entertainment purposes. Depending on the area, it could vary to going to the movies, to going to an amusement park, going to the beach. It all depends on your location, but generally speaking, they tend to take you to places that a general populace might enjoy, like the movies. Now, in theory, is a very good option, a very nice option that I encourage people to take advantage of. However, when you have a lot of people who want to take advantage of something, something is bound to go wrong. Now, if you are a non-residential student who goes to Job Corps then gets to go home at the end of the day, you obviously never had to put up with this. But as a person who had to live on center at Job Corps, field trips were your saving grace of actually getting a chance of leaving campus. And believe me, a lot of people were feeling that urge. A lot of people want an opportunity to leave campus, but not everybody has bus fare money to do so. You take the advantage of the free opportunity you got to take the prison bus, that fucking white bus that Job Corps loves so much, and you get to go on a free trip that's paid for by Job Corps. The field trip sign-up process is one of the most tedious, most time-consuming parts of a Saturday, if you get to sign up on Saturday. In my old Job Corps center in Gainesville, Florida, they had this system where you get to sign up in advance. So you line up at the recreational center, and then one at a time, they let you sign up for whatever field trip you want, or in their case, whatever movie you want to see. Whoever gets the most votes gets to be the movie of choice that the center goes to. People know in advance what movie they're going to. They make sure they know what they're going to be wearing that day. They have time in advance to do all that shit. So when the bus leaves to go to the movie, you have no excuse to not be prepared. And it's a really good way of getting things done. It went by color card, so the platinum students get to sign first, and then the gold students who get to sign up, then the silver students, and then the bronze students, and then the green card students. I believe that was the system back in Gainesville. I could be wrong about that. And then over here, fucking St. Louis Job Corps Center, which happens to be the center I have the most resentment towards, if you didn't catch on already. Fucking St. Louis, everything's done on one day. So the same day, early that morning, after breakfast is over, they expect you to be at the recreational center where you gather up on the desk like a freaking mob, and then you get to sign up for a field trip. And even then, it all depends on how they actually get organization over there to get separate the platinum card students from the gold card students, and separate the gold card students from the silver card students from all the red cards they have over there. No offense to the student populace over at St. Louis Job Corps Center, but you have a lot of red card students. You need to work on that, just saying. Now back on to the field trip sign up portion of this rant. I prefer the Gainesville version the best because it was the most organized and it actually let people know what the plan's going to be. Over in St. Louis, it was more of a mayhem. So you have the trip to go to the movie, or you have this other trip, whether that be for laser tag or what have you. Majority of the time, people want to go to the movies because it's something everybody can do. There's no activity involved. There's no having to do anything extra. You just go there to watch a movie, and that's the end of it. Hey, how's it going? Trey here. Taking a quick break from editing the video you're watching right now to add a quick cliff note. I can neither confirm nor deny any reports about students doing any sexual or deviant activity while at a movie theater field trip, although it has been hinted upon through numerous boisterous people, mainly students themselves, male students to be precise, how they have fellatio performed on them while at a movie date with a female companion while at a movie theater field trip. Again, I can neither confirm that this ever happened or if this was indeed factual. And to be honest, it's very unlikely that someone would be low enough to do that kind of thing in a public place. Maybe in a Job Corps center where it's very concealed and everything's very, very discreet what happened on center. But yeah, I don't believe anyone actually did that in a public place like a movie theater. Just to let you know. Okay, back to the video. But when it comes to motherfucking the extra activity, that seems to be the other activity that gets the least signatures, it's a lot less hectic. Even if it's a trip to the museum, which so many niggas want to go to the museum, but it's actually a really painless activity to go to the museum. It's something I like doing. If there was more museums down here in my hometown, I would go to the museum on the weekend. But because it's not, and I'm just out of luck. Another thing I didn't like about the whole field trip experience in Job Corps is the line for the bus, which had to be one of the most antagonizing things right next to signing up for the freaking trip. Getting on the bus was just as bad when you have this long ass line to wait through, and depending on the center, they either let you just go on the bus if your name's on the list and check you off, or they actually call your name of a large group of people who may or may not let you know your name was called. So they probably could have called your name, nobody would say that you're there, and they just say, oh, next! It's fucking stupid. I understand you have to make sure if somebody's on the list, they get to go on the trip. But at the same time, don't be like St. Louis Job Corps. That's why I ask for most centers, don't be like St. Louis Job Corps. And not just for the obvious reason, which I list in the previous video you can watch right here. Don't be like St. Louis Job Corps, basically. Have a good organization going on so people who sign up for your trip can go on the trip. It's not that hard. And I think the last thing I want to voice my complaint about the field trip process in Job Corps is the bus leaving the field trip location back to center. What they don't tell you about this is that you have a very small time window to get your ass back on that bus. So, as soon as the movie's over, don't stay for the credits, because that's where I fucked up. You don't stay for the credits, because if you do, you go outside and you notice that bus is already left. Yeah, and I had to end up staying there at the freaking theater with no money and call the center, let them know that they left the student, and so I have to wait another hour for someone to come back to the movie theater and pick me up. So, again, with field trips, the fucking bus. I hated the bus. I did not like the bus. If it's a little bit of people on the bus, I don't mind. But if it's a lot of people on the bus, that fucking blows my mind because it sucks. The fucking bus system is garbage. If a center can organize it correctly and it can be done right, then please tell me, because of all my experience in Job Corps, the bus system never works right. There's always something wrong, whether it be from the sign-up process to something as pitiful as two people arguing over a fucking seat. A seat, mind you. Not even a back seat, but a fucking seat up front. Some people are just so territorial. It makes Job Corps feel like prison. And that's saying something, considering our bus looks like a fucking prison bus. And with that's where I'm going to wrap up this video. Thank you all for watching this edition of Job Corps Rants. Hopefully next time when I rant about something, it's not going to end up as long as this, but no promises. Once again, thank you all for watching, and as a last bit reminder, as a bonus for those who watched this video all the way to the end, I am reading emails that you guys sent me. Don't worry, I'm not just deleting them as soon as I see it. I actually read the emails you guys sent me, and I do appreciate the interaction with you and me and this whole YouTube ecosystem, whatever you call it. If you have a question that I'm not going to be able to answer, I do recommend asking other YouTubers. For example, I'm not going to list your name for privacy reasons, but somebody sent me an email asking me how it's like to be a girl in Job Corps. Pretty sure I'm a dude, but okay. For that question, that sounds something more suited towards this YouTuber. Her name's Ty88TV. She does Job Corps related videos just like I do, and her videos actually aren't bad. So she's not going to straight up tell you some bullshit like other Job Corps channel I know. He knows who he is. I'm not going to list his name. But again, if you have questions geared toward the female perspective of Job Corps, I strongly recommend you check out her channel and ask her, because she actually gets back to your questions sometimes even faster than I do. So yeah, definitely check out her channel and ask her whatever Job Corps related questions you may have from a female's perspective. She'll be more than happy to assist you in that front. With that being said, thank you all for watching this video once again, and hope to see you guys next week. Bye bye!